Here comes the water.
It's another beautiful day in northern Michigan here in the Mayfield Sugar Bush. We're making maple syrup that we do every year here in Michigan. We have a long and storied tradition of making maple syrup in this state. We produce some of the best in the country. This is my father, Bob Gibbs. He and I put this together every year. He's been making syrup in these woods for about 35 years now. I've been helping him out for about the last 10.
Well, this is my 91 year, and my birthday is September, but I'm now 90. When you get this old, your brain doesn't start until your feet run, see? So to be active is what the body has to have. There, we're tight. This one has got 20 trees on it. So it's got the movement.
The season begins in the spring when the ring of leaves or melted snow appears around the tree, which thaws out the roots. That happens because the sun shines on the tree, heats up the bark, melts the snow around it, and once the roots are free from frost, it can begin the process. You could have this happening for 6, 8, 10, 14, 18, 20 days. Some years it happens for 5 days. Like this year, we kind of ramped up right into spring very quickly, and so it's probably going to be a fairly short season. The tubing system that you see out here was developed in Vermont in the late 60s, early 70s. And so that's what most everybody uses today instead of buckets, so you don't have so much labor involved. So it all drains to a tank. It's pumped from that tank up into a higher tank, and by gravity it falls into our pan.
So each bottle has got the first molecule you put in that pan. You just keep rolling it around, see? So we think the flavor, because of that, is superior to the mix, to the what you buy off shelf.
This is the traditional way to make maple syrup. Today, the big producers, most of the big producers, use oil or natural gas. But original production was all done with wood because there's so much wood available in a maple forest that you can harvest the trees to boil the syrup. So it is a wonderful cyclical process. For us, making maple syrup is about the tradition of making maple syrup and making small batches of very high quality, uniquely flavored syrup. So the process is really, like you said, it's about splitting wood. Yeah. It's about being in the woods in the spring. Yeah. It's about the traditions associated with making maple syrup. Traditions that go back to the beginning of the century on this same group of trees.
And so it's a passion I think you have to inherit, or it has to grow with your human development.
The red color comes from the high concentration of caramel because the sap has rolled around for 16 hours in this pan, so instead of being brown, it ends up having a red hue to it. Isn't that gorgeous? Only in Michigan can you make syrup like this. It's all about Michigan maple syrup.